Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies. It's been a while since I made a video and a lot of stuff has happened in life, so I felt like catching up with you all. I've been playing a lot of the, what's this called? Total War Warhammer 2. Sorry, there's a little bit of I have a swollen gland under my tongue. On account of, well, maybe I should leave that as a cliffhanger. And I'm fighting a little bit of a cold right now, but I'm kicking its ass. Anyway, horse medicine aside, a lot of things have been going on, and I wanted to connect with you all. I wanted to make a video, so here I am. This, by the way, is a vampire Doomstack. It was on its way to being a vampire Doomstack. It's pretty much undefeatable. But once you get all these blood-sucking ladies leveled up fully, it's ridiculous. Already, this army has 0 upkeep. It's around 50 magic to upkeep this army on account of the 2 zombies that I have, but I wasn't even using them. I was trying something out. They're worthless. And the vampires are free because of Isabella von Karstein, their erstwhile leader there. You can see the enemy. The enemy general flies in and just immediately gets nuked. That was pretty funny. This entire fight is going to be a meme, but I wanted to talk about life, so I better get started on that. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm back to sucking at talking to people. So I've been playing some D&D with my friends. That has been like the highlight of my week. Every Sunday I don't do much, I don't get out much, and playing make-believe with my friends continues to be one of the most delightful and enjoyable things that I can do. I, by the way, have really been in the past enjoyed making videos, but I just don't have the time for it. I have to focus more on taking care of my kids and connecting with them while I can. Turns out raising 3 kids takes a lot of attention and care, and those things sort of go away when I'm hyper-focusing on video games or making a video. One of the nice things about Total Warhammer, that's a shorthand for this game, is that it pauses, and the most fun way to play it is single player, so that makes things a whole lot easier when it comes to having kids. Did you ever think that mom knew you couldn't pause the video game, but she wanted you to stop playing it anyway, because sometimes there's things that are more important than winning the next PvP match? Well, that's the conclusion I came to, but I've talked about that enough. I really haven't, though. I am still thinking about 2 and 900, or Bart, as his name is. And I mean, you can't let the other priorities be ignored. The online community, video games, like, I know that what happened with him is bigger than, the things that I'm talking about, but it's a lesson for me, and it's something that I had to learn for myself, and I really see it reinforced in the tragedies in other people's lives. My brother's going through some trouble right now. I'm not going to get into it because it's family matters, and I don't want to, I shouldn't even mention it was my brother, but he's having a hard time, and a lot of people are having a hard time right now in their lives, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but it's also a reminder to really set your priorities, make a make a list of the things that are important to you in your mind and really go over, what am I spending my time on? What am I spending my emotional energy on? Because I'm one of those kinds of people, and it might not seem like it, but talking to people and spending time with people is actually really draining for me. Unless I'm playing make pretend, and then it's a totally different experience. in an alternate universe, I'm a furry, but I just like to play pretend. And in my case, it comes out as D&D. I'm actually restarting a Pathfinder campaign that I was playing a while back with the folks, and I just kind of ran out of ideas for it, and now I'm just full of ideas. I cannot wait until the next time I can get together with my group of friends, but I can't right now. And that kind of brings me into the whole horse medicine deal and what's going on with me. And some of my friends are going through the new strain, that dank sativa of COVID right now, and they're going through the second, this second wave of COVID, and a lot of people around me are getting sick, and my wife is sick right now. And I have a swollen gland under my tongue, and other than that, I'm fine. And I strongly suspect that my focus on being personally more healthy, working out, building new muscle fibers is actually super healthy for you. Your body goes through an auditing process and audits your cells when you're building new muscle fibers, and it sort of asks, some cells, hey, how do you feel about dying right now and being recycled? And your cells are like, well, I'm feeling kind of old, why don't you just kill me? And other cells are like, oh, no, don't mind me, I'm certainly not cancer. And your body responds to those things as part of the process of building new cells. In the healthy ways to build new muscle fibers, just strength training. And I'm not a guy who has time for strength training, but I found a workout routine that works for me, and that is to take little 1-minute breaks, literally a minute. I've got my weights sitting right here next to my table, and I'll stand up for a minute, do an exercise that works as many muscles as possible, because, I want to get a nice balanced workout, and I tend to do the movements that I use when I'm working for, real work, like yard work and stuff, and I have a pretty good understanding of how to move. So that's a big advantage for me. But if you don't know what to do, there's lots of workouts you can look up for free weights, and that's what I would recommend if you don't have time to go to a gym or the opportunity. I ordered a couple of kettlebells online, and I'm good to go. I'm as strong as I've ever been. I'm happier. Working my body makes me feel good, and I don't work I'm not trying to punish my body or do anything like that. I don't end up tired, but I take a nice hot bath followed by a cold shower at night, and that turbocharges my circulation, so it keeps my muscles from getting sore. It's also another thing that helps to prevent cancer. Heat shock is a process your cells go through when they are too hot or too cold for a certain amount of time, and I'm not really putting my cells through a proper heat shock routine with the hot bath and cold shower combo that I do, but I think it helps anyway, and it feels fantastic. It's very relaxing for me. It took me a while to turn on to the idea of taking cold showers, especially after a hot bath, because that's kind of shocking, but the adrenaline rush feels good. And once you know what to expect, it's no big deal. I don't even really get the adrenaline anymore, but it gets the blood flowing, it gets that circulation going, and it's good. You can see I'm having all my vampire ladies hang out in the forest here. They take pretty much half as many hits from projectiles when they're in a forest because the trees block shots. Where was it going here? We're clearly just mopping up at this point, but it's glorious, I tell you. It's one of the things that I really like about this game. Is that it's really not balanced, and it doesn't have to be, because the single player experience has no need to be carefully balanced, so you can just have total meme stuff and exploits, and maybe it gets patched out and maybe it doesn't, but this game is full of cheese and it's delightful. Speaking of delightful cheese, the main reason that I think that I'm not getting COVID, I don't know, I'm not over it, you know, I'm still fighting this thing, but I haven't had a fever. My wife has gone through a fever, and her fever just started to go down today. She was around 99, which is a pretty low grade fever, but I could tell she was warm. You know, she's always been a hottie, but her forehead was hot. That's not normal. I've been taking ivermectin, dosing myself like I'm a 250-pound horse from some veterinary supplies that I got on the internet, and it's openly available. This stuff is FDA approved, and I strongly suspect that ivermectin is helping me to beat COVID with no problems. I got a lot more sick the first time I had COVID, and you know, again, I had COVID before. I had COVID over a year ago, so maybe I still have some immunity built up from that. I don't know, but I'm also sure that ivermectin is not hurting me in any way, and that's exactly what I would expect. So a potential preventative medicine that doesn't hurt and is cheaper than even going to the doctor. Yeah, can't lose. Not a doctor. Do your own figuring on all of this stuff, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. I've had a really good experience with ivermectin. I'm kicking the ever-loving piss out of COVID, and I'm loving life. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.